So Dustin, how did you first find out about SureStep?
Well, I was in the commercial cleaning business. It was a family-owned company, and it was one of those deals where it was a good business, very lucrative, but I wasn't extremely passionate about it, and maybe had a little chip on my shoulder about taking over the family business, and kind of wanted to start something for myself. But I didn't want to get too carried away, and I thought, less risk, let's find something that can relate to the commercial cleaning business, where I'd have existing customers, where I can provide them with a new service, and increase our revenues and something I could bring to the table. So I found SureStep right when it was introduced, when it just became available for distribution 12 years ago. And information looked good, everything looked great. Spoke with a marketing consultant down in Florida and got the investment packet, kind of gave it a quick look, and I got distracted with other life, just had a new baby, and kind of brushed it off to the side, and I got a call one day, and there was another interest in North Dakota for the master distributorship, and my consultant says, how come you haven't watched the demonstration video yet? And I said, well, how do you know I didn't watch it? And he said, because you would have called me, and you'd be a distributor by now. So I immediately hung up the phone, I popped in the video, and as soon as I seen what this product did, I called my banker. I remember it like yesterday. It was 4:45, and I called my banker and I said, I want to come in and get a business loan. And he said, well, you got 15 minutes, I'll be gone for today. So I buzzed over there, and literally I just gave him the SureStep investment packet, and he took it home with him. And he called me up the next morning and said, there's a check on my desk and you got some paperwork to sign. So that's how I got into business, and it's been 12 years now, and it was life-changing, best decision I've ever made.
What do you think about the product? How well the product works?
That's probably the most fun part about the business, is 100% confidence in the product. It does what it says it does, and it always works. You can only apply it wrong. So not everybody in the world is going to buy it, but people that have slippery floors, it's the best solution, and it's fun to sell because everyone that tries it loves it. Nobody can step on a wet tile and not slip and aren't impressed with that. So it's very fun to sell.
Did you buy a distributorship or a master distributorship right away?
I bought a master distributorship right away. My reason for that is I started the business in my hometown, and the population is 50,000 people. And North Dakota, it's a big state, but very low populated. Small cities spread out, a lot of mileage in between. So I thought I would need the entire state to grow a big business for myself. So I bought the entire state exclusively. But about 1 year into business, I realized that I never left my hometown. I never went anywhere else in the state. I had enough business right where I was located, and I felt like I really didn't put a big dent in it yet. We just have too big of a customer base. So I then decided to develop the state and put in individual distributors. So I ended up putting in 5 distributors in the state, 1 in each other town, because I wasn't getting there to service my customers. So it worked out very well.
Excellent. How many employees do you have in total?
I actually am my only employee of my company, but don't be fooled, I've got about a dozen people selling this for me. The way I've set it up is I've approached existing companies, commercial cleaning companies, landscapers, plumbers, carpet cleaners, anybody that already does business. I've basically seeked them out to also sell my product as an independent contractor. It keeps the business clean and simple. I don't have a whole bunch of employees to maintain, but yet I've got, like I said, about a dozen people out there that are salesmen, that are selling it, and some of them do the service as well.
Excellent. Do you ever encounter any competition?
Never. People ask me when they get into the business, do you have any competition? And my answer is no. And the reason for that is I've never been bid against on a job. And in 12 years in business, I can count on one hand the amount of times a customer said they've tried to do something on their own, where they've found a product online that they put it on their floors themselves, and in all those cases, the product just doesn't work. They said, yeah, the floor is not as slippery, but within a week or two it wears off. So it is fun having a business. We do a lot of work with the school district and city and government properties, and they always have to put it out for bids. You can't go in and do a high school's pool without them giving 90 days to put it out for bids for any other company. And I always laugh when they tell me that, because there's no other company in town that can do what I do, so I never have anyone bidding against me.
Excellent. Would you refer this business to someone else?
Absolutely. In fact, when I started the business, I was a young guy. I was 23 years old. And with that, people started to see my success. You know, life changes, you're becoming successful. My family took notice, my friends took notice. So actually my grandmother became a master distributor, my aunt became a distributor, my uncle became a distributor, and I referred about a half a dozen friends to it that I know throughout the country. So it's, you know, if I can refer it to family and friends, I could recommend it to anybody.
I believe in. Excellent.